Most people treat happiness like a reward you unlock after you've been productive enough, validated enough, successful enough. But neurologically, happiness isn't a trophy at the end of effort. It's closer to this: a regulated nervous system combined with a brain that feels confident in its predictions. Your brain is not wired to pursue joy directly. It is wired to pursue safety, efficiency, and energy conservation. When those three are in balance, positive emotion appears as a side effect. So instead of chasing happiness, we adjust the systems that create emotional states. Let's go deeper. First, downgrade the threat prediction system. Your brain operates through predictive coding. It constantly simulates what might happen next. Is this safe? Is this risky? Will this cost me socially? Could this damage my status? The moment uncertainty shows up, the brain tends to inflate potential danger. The amygdala activates, cortisol increases, muscles tight, mood drops, not because something terrible happened, but because your brain predicted that something might go wrong. That difference changes everything. The advanced shift is linguistic. When you notice yourself spiraling, say internally, "This is my brain running a high-cost prediction." That phrasing matters. Labeling emotional activation recruits the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for executive control. When that area engages, top-down regulation increases and limbic reactivity decreases. The amygdala quiets. You are not suppressing emotion. You are recalibrating the forecast. As prediction error shrinks, the nervous system stabilizes. Stability feels like safety, safety feels light, and that lightness is what we call happiness. Second, adjust interoception to signal safety. Emotion is not just thinking, it is interpreted physiology. Interoception is the brain's reading of internal signals: heart rate, breathing pattern, muscle tone, gut sensations. Your emotional state is constructed from how your brain interprets those signals. Rapid, shallow breathing, the brain predicts stress. Slow, controlled exhalation, the brain predicts safety. Try this protocol. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. Repeat 5 cycles. The extended exhale stimulates the vagus nerve. Parasympathetic activity increases. Sympathetic arousal decreases. Within about a minute, stress hormones begin to decline. This is not positive thinking. It is biological messaging. Happiness doesn't require forced optimism. It requires physiological permission. Third, reduce cognitive strain by closing microloops. The brain dislikes unfinished patterns. Open loops, unanswered messages, incomplete tasks, postponed decisions create low-level background stress. Each one occupies working memory. The prefrontal cortex becomes overloaded. Mental fatigue rises, mood drops. The solution isn't extreme productivity. It's micro-completion. Close one small loop immediately. Reply to the text. Write the first sentence. Schedule the appointment. Clear the unnecessary tab. Completion triggers dopamine related to progress detection. Dopamine is not pure pleasure, it is momentum chemistry. When the brain detects forward movement, perceived threat decreases. Stagnation feels unsafe. Progress feels stabilizing. Stabilization improves emotional tone. Fourth, interrupt self-referential loops. Low mood often intensifies when the default mode network (DMN) dominates. The DMN activates during self-evaluation, comparison, rumination, and imagining how others see you. It is important for identity, but when overactive, it amplifies anxiety and depressive tendencies. To disrupt it quickly, shift into detailed sensory awareness. Identify 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 physical sensations you feel. This activates task-positive networks and dampens DMN activity. When internal narration softens, emotional heaviness softens too. Much of suffering is not in the event itself, but in the mental commentary layered on top of it. Quiet the commentary and relief emerges. Relief creates space. Space feels like happiness. Fifth, generate meaning through contribution. The brain is fundamentally social. It constantly tracks belonging and relevance. When you contribute, even in a small way, neurochemistry shifts. Oxytocin increases, dopamine rises modestly, self-focus decreases. And here is the critical distinction: meaning regulates mood faster than pleasure. Pleasure is sensory and temporary. Meaning is structural and stabilizing. Send a thoughtful message. Offer help. Share something useful. Express appreciation with specificity. Contribution moves the brain from defensive mode into expansion mode. Expansion reduces anxiety. Reduced anxiety improves mood. Happiness increases when identity expands beyond self-protection. The deeper principle is simple. Happiness is not something you chase directly. It emerges when perceived threat decreases, physiology stabilizes, cognitive load lightens, rumination quiets, and social relevance strengthens. These are variables. Variables can be adjusted. You don't always need better external conditions. You need stronger internal regulation. Emotionally intelligent individuals don't wait passively for mood alignment. They intervene at the systems level repeatedly, calmly, without drama. When you feel low, your brain isn't malfunctioning. It is predicting, scanning, attempting to protect you. Learn to regulate the prediction system and happiness becomes more accessible. Not because life suddenly transformed, but because your internal model did. And when you can shift your state deliberately, you stop pursuing happiness as a distant goal. You begin generating it from within.